Did Shazam! Fury of the Gods catch lightning in a bottle again, or is it just another overblown, overstuffed sequel? Twitter's surprising reactions are pouring in. As James Gunn and Peter Safran prepare to kick off the revamped DC universe, leaving the DC Extended Universe largely behind, we're witnessing the final few releases that were greenlit prior to their hiring. Before we get to check out fellow holdouts like The Flash and Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom, we'll get to meet up with the Shazamly once again for Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This sequel to the 2019 film sees Shazam and his superpowered family take on godly new foes who threaten the entire world. Ahead of the release of Fury of the Gods, some critics were fortunate enough to see the sequel early, going on to post their reviews online so potential moviegoers know what to expect from it. Overall, most are in agreement that it's, well, just fine. It has its big moments and gives you what you would want from a Shazam adventure, but ultimately fails to surpass its predecessor. Of course, these assessments come from a small group of critics. What does the wider DC and Shazam fanbase think about this long-awaited continuation? Thankfully for those curious, reactions to Shazam! Fury of the Gods from the general public have begun to pop up on Twitter. Based on the earliest reactions, it has become even more clear than it already was that fans and critics don't always see eye to eye. Many folks on the social media platform have been quick to voice their support for the sequel. One user wrote, "Shazam! Fury of the Gods is a lot of fun. I don't know if it was better than the first movie, but the villains and the action were definitely a step up." They also enjoyed the film's handful of surprises and 2 post-credit scenes. Another user rated the sequel a 10 out of 10 and highlighted the comedy as one of its strongest elements. That seemed to be a common theme, with other Twitter users chiming in with their appreciation for the movie's comedic side. A lot of people seem to be fans of the new characters and world-building elements as well.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Fans are certainly admitting that Fury of the Gods has its flaws, but they don't outweigh the positives. As one user said, "It's these amazing characters sprinkled with a heavy dose of heart that makes it all worthwhile." Shazam! Fury of the Gods is endearing, hilarious, entertaining, and epic. Helen Mirren stands out as a great addition to Shazam's roster. They also note that it's a crowd pleaser that goes bigger than the first Shazam movie and packs in some big twists. At the same time, just because some DC fans aren't in sync with the critical consensus doesn't mean all of them are. People have also taken to Twitter to express their disappointment in Shazam! Fury of the Gods for one reason or another. One user voiced their exhaustion with comic book movies of this style, posting, "What made Shazam unique was portraying a kid endowed with powers. That is almost completely abandoned here for yet another 2 hours of good capes punching bad capes." Other users weren't impressed either, specifically calling out the film's VFX shots as unforgettably rough. Meanwhile, one fan had multiple complaints about the sequel, ranging from the pacing to what they considered to be a total misuse of Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu.
We end this now!
Yeah, we do.
At the end of the day, reading Twitter reactions to a movie is no way to form an opinion on it. If you want to really figure out where you stand on Shazam! Fury of the Gods, the best way to do so is to check it out yourself.